Hello everyone, my name is Chrism, and I'd like to invite you to this conversation about your Kundalini awakening process. And in this conversation, I'd like to discuss with you about how to protect yourself against entity infection. Now, within Kundalini, she will give you an entity if she wants you to have one. This will be a specific form of challenge that will challenge your ethics or your morality or your, the level of belief that you have in your belief system. And it's that last part that is really important. Now, this will help you whether or not the Kundalini has given you an entity. For those of you that are deeper within the Kundalini, she'll give you challenges. Sometimes that challenge will come in the form of an entity. This is a discarnate or a spiritual consciousness that is there to purposefully disturb you in many different ways. Okay. But one of two ways that I'm going to discuss here about how to handle that kind of a situation is based in your belief. If you know who you are, if you believe that you are yourself, you're having the Kundalini, you believe in the Kundalini, you're not open to everything that comes to you. A lot of New Age people, a lot of people that are in the state of spiritual exploration, they make themselves open and available to anything and everything. They give themselves an availability to, and this can attract certain things that would enjoy that availability, such as an entity. If you do get into a position where an entity is attached to you, then I want you to really take a moment and believe who you are. If you're a Catholic person or a Christian person of some sort, a Muslim person, Buddhist person, whatever it may be, if your belief is intense enough, it will drive off that entity, and it will ward off any and other entities that are here to attach themselves to you. This is how it works with people who work in the service industries, such as a doctor or a dentist, or a caregiver or a nurse, where you're in close proximity to people that are being infected by entities and harmed by entities, yet they do not get the entity themselves, okay? Because the belief in what they're doing, the belief in who they are, how they are, what they're doing, and why they're doing it is strong enough to ward off that entity. And sometimes the entity itself is only attracted to certain karmic parameters. So it's very important for you to understand that you can control whether or not an entity attaches to you. And one of the main controls is the belief in who you are. You don't have to believe in the Kundalini to control this. You can just believe you're an MD or you're an RN, a caregiver, you're a teacher at a grade school, whatever it may be. You believe in yourself strongly enough, and that in and of itself will drive away many of the entities that would try to infect you. Another form of this is the process of reversal. So if the Kundalini has assigned an entity to you, something that is there to try to corrupt you, well, every time you're given a corruption, you do the opposite of that corruption. You do the opposite of that corruption. If the entity is telling you to steal that person's wallet, obviously you don't steal the wallet. And if that wallet does fall out of that person's pocket, you pick it up and you give it back to them rather than walk away with it, which is what the entity would try to get you to do. It's very, very important for you to follow these types of moral and ethical instructions. When you have an entity come to you in a dream, well, then that's a different story, and I will work that with you in another video. Kundalini dream interpretation is very different from other forms of dream interpretation, including Native American dream interpretation or shamanic dream interpretation. It's not the same. It's quite different, and the meanings and the symbols are quite different with that as well. But I wanted to give you some idea of what you can do to keep yourself free of entity infection. Now, if somebody hates you enough that they're going to start doing black magic at you or sorcery of some sort, that in and of itself, if your belief is strong enough that what you're doing is right, how you're doing it, you believe in yourself, you believe in your religion. If it's a religion you believe in the Kundalini. If you have the Kundalini, then if your belief in the Kundalini is strong enough, none of that can harm you. None of it. But you've got to believe. Okay? And you've got to believe deeply. Good luck to all of you. And I'll see you again soon. Thanks for watching.